Hello, my name is Jobo, and I played this game earlier today, and I thought it would be pretty awesome to show the world, I guess. So here, I always go for a fist start, cause I'm I'm always trying to force a certain comp. I apologize for the poor
Okay,
video.
forcing Olaf, go!
Yeah, there we go. You heard it. So this is post-recorded, so there's gonna be times that I talk over myself. So I hope y'all enjoy this gameplay. So in round one, you really don't care what you get as your items. You really only care about collecting the pieces required to play Olaf. So whatever you pick up usually can get you through round one, and you don't really have to worry about it. I sell the Sedge because I see two mages, and I'm like thinking to myself that I could do a mage opener. But I'm pretty sure I sell both the mages because I end up just open fording so that I can go for a spatula on the round 2 carousel. Um, I get double Mirage, and I find it pretty interesting. So I'm always looking at the warriors because, as you guys know, one tricking Olaf means that you have to play around warriors while you don't have assassins to play around. So right now I'm just pretending my Yone is a miniature Olaf. So one thing that you have to keep track of while you play this is you have to double check that no one else is playing assassins, and you want to try to hit all the econ breakpoints so that you can hit level 7 and slow roll all your gold. So here I get three really bad augments. I don't like playing exiles because I think auras are really important, so I just re-roll it. These are also just as bad. Preparation 2 kind of sucks because it doesn't do anything until really late in the game, so I picked Mage Conference as a way to build my econ. So we get free 2 gold right out the gate. I level up pretty standard um, until level 7, so around 4-1 is when I stop leveling standard. And here I try to position in the best way possible so that I can take 8 HP and try to be at the bottom of the ladder. I believe that this guy that we play right now is extremely weak, and I beat him. So that's really bad for our Olaf plan. So I think Harry Pot Kid, if you just watch him play later on, he just dies really quickly. So he just has a super low roll game this entire time. Um, at this point, I'm thinking, how can I make my board weak enough so that I don't have to worry about not getting a spatula off carousel. So I think I decide to sell everything. So I'm just looking at the other boards to see if they're weak enough for me to buy things, but I think I decide to not play anything and just play the board as is and pray that I'm weak enough. So against this guy, he has 3 astrals. This guy's actually pretty strong right now, so I end up not killing any units, which is great because I want to take that maximum 8 damage so I can drop down a few picks. Yeah, more often than not, I think it's more important to look at other people's boards early to see how strong they are. Um, it's a bad habit of mine that late game I tend to tunnel vision on my own board. And again, we can't hit any econ breakpoints, and we can't um, we can't make our board any worse or any stronger, so I don't do anything. Oh, just kidding! I decide that it's probably better to just hit the 20 breakpoint and and I go full open fort. So 2-2 is looks like he's forcing mages, and I believe that this guy becomes a problem later on. Boom, there we go. We take that maximum 8 damage that you can take from a level 4 player. We've taken 16 damage. That drops us far enough to be almost first pick. I think X Encrypted loses a lot more than I do. So we actually get kind of bailed out and unpunished for the fact that I didn't int hard enough and there's no spatula. If you rewind 10 seconds back, I noticed something incredibly bad that someone else was trying to force assassins, and so that's just something I'm thinking about in the back of my mind this entire time. So I grabbed the bow to try to make rune ends later on, because Olaf's best in slots are Assassin Emblem, Rune Ends Hurricane, and IE. Without either of the three, um, the Assassin comp is actually incredibly weak. Since there's no spatula, I decide to try to save as much HP as I can. I'm playing some weird Jade Warrior um, comp that literally bought from the store. I'm thinking to myself, if I win this, I can sell the Yone for econ, but otherwise, I'm just going to chill. So, I like seeing a board where there's a lot of people playing Astrals. When people play Astrals, it makes it a lot easier to hit a 3-star Olaf. You can actually play the comp without a 3-star Olaf. It just makes it a lot more consistent if you can 3-star him. So again, we just sell the mages as they come. It's only for econ. If you want, I can roll it back and see how much money you actually make over the course of the game. I think you average 1.5 gold per round. So over the course of how many? 6 rounds, 6 stages per round. I think you make 40 gold. So it's pretty good. So we play against the other guy that was forcing assassins. I look at his board, he doesn't have any Olafs, he also doesn't have a spatula, so I think we're golden right now. Right now, it doesn't really matter if you win or lose, you kind of just want to take some losses, take some wins, save as much HP as you can. Here we get lucky, and 2-star Yone carries the fight. Again, I'm playing around Warrior because without a spatula, Olaf is a Warrior Bruiser. I'm talking about Olaf a lot because that's all I play. Here I'm praying that I get a spatula, but more often than not, at Krugs, you're probably not going to get a spatula. At most, you get maybe 6 gold in an item component. Sell it for econ. Oh, nice. So we get our first assassin, and immediately I'm selling the Jades to make an assassin comp. I also have that random Leona from last round that I think I sell Gnar, so to get in Mirage. I think Mirage is duelist this game, so the more my Yone attacks, the faster he attacks. So a big mistake that people make when they play Assassin is that they tunnel vision on one character. With Assassins, 90% of your damage comes from Olaf, but you need that other 10% to supplement the damage that you lose when Olaf inevitably gets CC'd because you build 0 defensive items on your Olaf. This other assassin player seems to be hard re-rolling for Diana. He has 4 of them, and I'm thinking to myself that at this augment stage, these are all trash, so I pick the best of the worst. Again, we're leveling up to try to save as much HP. We're at 78. As I said earlier, X Encrypted is just having a bad game. I'm thinking really hard about slamming that Guinsu's, but at this point, I think my fingers are still crossed and I'm hoping for that spatula. When you play assassins, you have to be a sweat and scout, so you have to see where the carry is. The most important part is that your assassins don't land on their tank. Once you land on their tank, you waste too much time and you kind of just eat the poo-poo. We get bailed out here, we beat X Encrypted, we stay fairly low on the pick order. We're second pick. Shen is probably the best bruiser you can hope for because he's a bruiser and a warrior, so he's just everything you want in a supporting cast for a Olaf forced comp. So we see King Catalyst got another Diana, so I believe he's at 6 Dianas. Play against the mage guy. He's playing Triforce mages. This comp is actually pretty disgusting once it gets online. And he's doing a very good job of scouting what people are playing. So I see that there's 3 spatulas and I get super bailed out as long as the first 3 players don't all just need a spatula. I think only Toot really wants a spatula to play mages. Other than that, I don't think the bottom 2 can afford to grab a spat. King Catalyst grabs a spatula, no surprise. He's also trying to force assassins, but I'm not sure why it took him so long to make that decision. Instant slam assassin emblem, don't even think about it. Yep, there we go. Slam, sell the mage, level up as much as I can. We're trying to hit level 7, so we have the highest odds of getting Olaf. Just scouting to see what people are playing. Doesn't look like anyone's playing Olaf. Pull back my front line so we can create as much space as possible. Space is your friend. When you play assassins, you want to create as much space between their tanks and their carries, because more often than not, you will lose every single dice flip when you play assassins. Dice flip, I mean coin flip. You'll lose every coin flip. Aggro in this game is a 50-50. When you fight, it goes off of distance, and then from there, it's just a dice roll to see who you attack. Woot. Level 7. We can probably roll a bit. We get a Diana. We sell the Aatroxes for the Dianas, and we put the Diana in, and we instant slam items to save HP. Yone looks like a freaking badass with his guaranteed crits. Unfortunately, I don't think Yone is that good this set. Not like the old Yone from set 5, I believe. Now that was a beast. Yeah, look at this baddie. Freaking slamming items after you win. Terrible. Unpunished. So again, I'm checking this guy to see how many Dianas he has. He has 6, no more than last time I looked. Nope, there it is. The Olaf. So here, this is very important. You want Olaf to die as much as he can before he becomes your real carry. Wolves is usually a free death for Olaf. Every time he dies, he gets 5 permanent AD. So a Olaf that dies 6 times versus a Olaf that died only once is a huge difference. You only get 10 AD per sword, so every 2 deaths is 1 free sword. Lots of offensive items. When you play assassins, you have to... Your best items are actually going full offensive, and maybe 1 aura item for your Olaf and your Talon later. Great items to slam. We get really lucky, hit the Olaf 2 instantly before King Catalyst even gets 1 Olaf. I like holding on to Tempest because you lack a lot of crowd control. Some people argue that playing Tempest is bad because the Tempest stun re-aggroes the backline onto your assassins, but from what I've seen, your assassins more than likely can kill the entire backline before the retarget becomes a huge issue. I look over at King Catalyst, he's playing Assassin Lee Sin. To be honest, Assassin Lee Sin's probably not that good. Yeah, this is no good. One thing to worry about when you grab a salvage bin is it's really great that your items break apart when you sell units. However, if you pull a Olaf or someone that you want to play permanently off the carousel with the item that you can't instantly slam, you're stuck with not slamming items for a really long time. So here we hit the pike, and I'm automatically thinking, how do we hit 6 assassins? 6 assassins is a huge power spike. So I sell the Leona to make space for 6 assassins. So 6 sins at level 7 is probably the fastest that you can hit this. You never want to hit 6 sins at level 6 because the enemy team will have nothing to aggro onto. And here we position really poorly and we lose the fight. This guy's just playing standard Xayah. Xayah's really strong. Xayah with the Giant Slayer and Gwynsu's is probably best in slot. Not much you can do about that. Get a free Talon. This is great. We're high rolling like crazy. We're at 5 Olafs and 6 Assassins. Just chillin', just chillin'. the mage player that's playing Astral Mage is doing wonders for us because he's also re-rolling. I'm pulling my front line back so that we can create that space. Every hex counts. Yeah, unlucky. We lost that 50-50, instantly jumped on the Lulu instead of the Nami, and now we're stuck on the tank. Pyke actually is probably the best secondary carry in this comp. This whole time I'm looking for a Diana to move all the items onto the Pyke, but you can see that I stick with Diana until 6-1 at level 1. So here, it's magical. There's another Pyke on the carousel. I'm looking at that. Looking at the spatula to see if I can make another assassin. But Pyke is really what I'm looking for at right now. This last carousel is not that important in terms of items because at this point you've inted far enough to get perfect items on Olaf, and Olaf is basically the entire team. So it doesn't matter. Yep, very compelling gameplay, just hitting that reroll button until I get Olaf 3, and then we go 8 for probably Tempest. Just scouting, a lot of 3 costs are pulled out of the pool, a lot of people are positioning right side, so again, you want to move your assassins to the same side as their carries. Watch if we... Nope, lost the 30%. Instantly turn around and kill Namzi instead of the Rise. Again, you're probably going to lose every single dice roll, every single coin flip, and this is why you really want to 3-star your Olaf to make these fights more consistent. Toot Toot is rerolling for mages. It's slightly a concern, but not yet. Yep, just literally donkey rolling. From my experience from forcing Olaf, defensive items are kind of fake. You're rewarded more like often than not for going full offensive. So if you look at this jump RNG, it really bothers me that I positioned Diana to be next to my Pyke, but Diana decides to jump 1 hex farther away. I believe that the jump RNG is based off of how far into the back line they can jump. So pay attention to that. Yeah, this is garbage. Nope, don't want that. Look at this. This is pretty amazing, so I keep it. I see it's a healing item for Pyke, and it's another IE. You can never have too many IEs when you play 6 assassins. I'm really thinking, do I want to make this locket? And I end up slamming the locket because Pyke more often than not suicides and kills himself while he's ulting. Oh, there's that Ornn. I sell the Lee Sin to hold on to the Ornn. Ornn's probably the best Tempest that you can splash in. I'm 2 away from Olaf. I'm getting a little impatient. As you can see, I rolled below 50 when I probably shouldn't, but we have the Mage Conference generating us 1.5 gold every round. No big deal. We play against the other assassin player. His team is pretty scuffed. So easy game, easy life. Shyvana ults, breeze fire on the whole team, doesn't matter. Pyke is a beast. I actually really hate playing Diana. I think Diana should be doing more damage, but late game Diana is kind of just a synergy bot. When you force this comp, you kind of hope that Diana is there to save you enough HP early, but outside of that, I would not try to hyper optimize a Diana comp. Again, scouting, try to position my Olaf so he doesn't instantly jump on a tank. A lot of the people in this lobby don't seem to really care. They look like they're just here to play a fun game, have a good time. Yep, look at Olaf run the opposite direction of the carries. Great. Bad fight RNG. Can't do anything about it. A great replacement for Runan. Sometimes I'm more tempted to slam a RFC, rapid fire cannon, because that lowers a lot of the Olaf RNG. But the reason why you slam Runans is so he can one-shot two people at the same time, because it also procs off of his ulti, which is just an empowered second strike. Here we go. 3-star Lulu is really scary. She can CC people for 2.5 seconds. But this is why you want as much damage on your team as possible. The more damage you can, the less you have to rely on Olaf to kill the whole team. He has a Bramble Vest that slows down your team a lot. You never want your Olaf to be stuck on someone with Bramble. It'll take way too long for your Olaf to do anything. Here we see a full dragon carousel. It actually kind of sucks because I was hoping that I can power spike and pull a random Pyke off the carousel, but I settle for, I believe, the Banshee's Claw. Banshee's Claw is pretty awesome right now because it soaks up one ability. If that ability is CC, it means that your assassins get to fight longer uninterrupted. General targets are Pyke and Olaf, obviously. Those are probably your two biggest damage dealers. You want them to be able to avoid CC as much as possible. You know, just a quick scout to see where the carries are. Carries on the left side, you put Olaf there. King Catalyst hits Diana, makes sense because I'm sitting on two Dianas and I can't seem to find a way to play the game. Look at Pyke, so cool. Look over at the assassin player. Oh, there he goes. Now that King Catalyst is dead, I can probably get my Dianas. Again, he was playing carry Diana. Carry Diana kind of sucks, and that's probably why he bought forward. We leveled up, put in the Ornn for Tempest. Tempest is very nice. It buys you 1 second of time.
Olaf, go!
Look at Pike with his ulti, and we're just stuck on the tank now. So another reason why you want to try to cap early is because bad fight RNG tends to lead you to getting killed randomly. So if you look at the lobby right now, I'm really happy with where I am. I high rolled and everyone else is a lot lower HP. I have at this point maybe 4 lives while everyone else has 1 or 2 lives left. At this point, I decide to level up because Diana is really just a synergy bot. She's not doing much for my team. I see someone with a Zephyr, and I think I don't do anything about it, which is real bad. So I believe I fight him next, the Admiral Jockstrap, and he instantly Zephyrs my front line. Not my front line. He instantly Zephyrs my Olaf, and Pike and the rest of the crew have to carry. Yep, full offensive. My backline is able to kill his backline, so now it's just the Olaf versus the tanks. You know, just casually walk out of Asol ulti, no big deal. Oh, finally, at 6-2 we get our Diana. No, again, positioning, carries on the right, assassins on the right. It's not rocket science. I think 2-2 is incredibly strong now. He has Triforce, Ascension, and all the mages 3-starred. So I move Olaf to the left to dodge tanks. You never want your Olaf to be stuck on the tank like in this fight. I barely dodged the Silas. But I think fight RNG is still not in my favor because it takes way too long to get over to the rise. Nope, Pike. Look at that Talon doing work. This is awesome. Everyone has 1 life. I have 3 at least. Just level up all the way to put in Whispers. Whispers is great in Assassins. It lowers MR and armor by 40%, and it gives you a stacking auto on all your Whispers. Excuse me. So here I see the Nomzi right in front of my Olaf, and I think I should switch, but you know, too lazy. Win the dice flip, turn around, instantly kill the Nami, but then we decide not to kill the Varus, but it's okay. This comp is pretty weak and it's a ghost, so whole team cleans up no problem. I really like Bard when you play this comp because everyone seems to have 100 mana, so having Bard give your whole team mana on hit is pretty awesome. Now it's just me versus 2-2. I see a free Pike, but I also see a second Bramble Vest. I really don't want him to get it, so I hover in front of it, but he opts out and grabs the Ionic Spark. I think that was the incorrect play, but he grabs Ionic Spark. I get a 2-star Pike. Pike is how you cap out this board. But even if I didn't grab the Pike off Carousel, I get lucky and find a 4th Pike. So, doesn't matter. I should really be scouting. I see how he's just place to fight all my assassins. I move Olaf. The most important part is to make sure he doesn't get stuck trying to kill the unkillable Silas. Here you get incredible fight RNG. Thresh pulls his his rise right in front of my Olaf, and Olaf one-shots him. Now all that's left is this unkillable Silas. And it's literally just Pyke versus Silas at this point. And that's a first. Please like, comment, maybe subscribe. I'm not sure if I want to keep making more videos, but every like and comment does help. So thanks. Have a good one.